the Texas dot contract. Don't you do another deal with another contract without me being a part of that and knowing what's going on, so that I can look over it and make sure that you're covered, because you're stepping into a lane that is way bigger than you, and you're stepping into this government world and with major opportunities, and we don't need to look up and you lose your chance to ever work with the government again because you made a mistake.
Yeah. And it comes down over to the fact of we feel embarrassed to hold people accountable.
Yeah.
We feel bad if we asking, well, how much is that? How much that gonna cost? We think it make us look cheap. But when I look at the question that she make us ask, it don't make us look cheap. It don't make us look broke. It make us look responsible. Hey everyone, how you doing? This is Clyde.
Tonya.
Coming on behalf of Unscripted with Clyde and Tonya with another one. Listen, we are so excited that you're here with us. Do me a favor. Let's go ahead and get the logistics out the way. Let's like, subscribe, and share, and tell someone that they should jump on this podcast right now, this video, and catch what we want to share. We've been sharing information left and right. We shared a couple weeks ago, a couple of podcasts ago about government contracting. We talked about nonprofit. We've been running 100 miles per hour, just trying to grow and develop. And, what we've been really sharing with you guys is, fresh, relevant information, things we're dealing with right now. We're getting a lot of feedback, a lot of, people communicating back and forth, whether it's through, just the responses, the videos. Some of them, getting quite a few views. Some of the shorts getting quite a few views on TikTok. And what this tells me is that, the things we're talking about are very relevant. Somebody somewhere is getting it, especially the nonprofit. The fact that every for-profit need a nonprofit. I think you did one of your shorts was talking about, how churches need a CDC. What I'm finding out, man, is that we don't know. We've already said it 100 times. We don't know. I'm 46 years old, and let you reveal your age whenever you choose to. But after being 46 years old, and crazy thing is, I'm a 46 that has had a lot of exposure. Been to the military. That's new exposure. I went to University of Phoenix, so I went into a traditional atmosphere, so I was exposed to different people from different walks of life. Online university, worked in GE Healthcare, different level of exposure. So you think with everything we've been exposed to, at some point you think, I know quite a bit of stuff. But the crazy thing is, the older I get, the more I realize we don't know anything.
I don't know nothing.
I mean, what do you think about that? The fact that it's like, is it just me, or what do you think?
I feel like, especially after all the stuff we've experienced the last couple of days and getting this new government contract and then other opportunities, it is really, really scary that what you don't know.
Yeah.
It's the part that you don't know, but that's why you hire other people or you invest in other people so that they can do what you don't know. And we ended up doing that. Yeah. We ended up investing in other people that knew what we did not know. Yeah. And Brother Devin, we're finding out, man, we don't know nothing.
No. And the more we navigate,
I feel like we don't know nothing.
And you think at some point you'll get it, right? And you think at some point, and we heading somewhere. I want to just pave the way a little bit more. You think the more you navigate, the more you do things, that you're gaining. You think you're filling up with information to where now I got it. Yeah. I got it figured out, and it only works if you're sitting still.
Right.
Because if you're sitting still, now you can become the smartest guy in the room. But if you're always moving and you're always moving rooms, now you always becoming the dumbest guy in the room. Not only are you the dumbest guy in the room, you also are navigating in areas you never navigated in. So if you're navigating in areas you never navigated in, you got two choices. You can act like you know everything and make a lot of mistakes. Or like you say, you can hire people that you hire to help you get information you don't know. And what I would want to do is talk about this, man, because, I mean, here lately, we've had to use this one resource multiple times. And y'all heard my wife say it on the podcast the other day.
Wait, before you say that, I want to say this. I think, too, the older you get, you learn the importance of humbling yourself to other people's experience. And I think that's so important when you become bullheaded. And we've been there, man. So it's like, it's almost kind of knocking us down a notch. And I'm loving it, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm loving the fact that we're being knocked down a notch. Because when you're in rooms and, like, you know a little bit more, but now you get in places where you really don't. Yeah. And so I think having that, even if you feel that way, and I just want to talk to that person, if you feel like, okay, I don't want to be in uncomfortable rooms, I don't want to feel like the dumbest person in the room, you got to ask yourself, why? Is it that you're too prideful to even want to learn again? You got to ask yourself, are you too prideful, or are you too stubborn to learn from someone, or are you too cheap to not invest into someone, and you have the money to invest to make it happen, but you don't want to do it? So you got to ask yourself, if I don't do this, am I going to continue to only know what I know? Yeah. Am I going to continue only know what I know, and then I talk as if I know and I really don't? You know what I'm saying? I think that's so important. The older we get, is that as especially minority, you know, never do this, but especially minority people, like, we got to stop being so prideful and not being able to learn from other people. So I'm loving this humility moment. I'm loving it. I'm loving the humility moment, to where we don't know, tell us. Like, we're willing to learn. We're willing to grow. And I think any business, T.I. said this, is that any business that is not willing to learn and willing to grow, you're willing to learn, get under a mentor, you're willing to do these things, man, that's the life of success. And that's the life, that's how success looks. It looks like someone learning, growing, and being able to have a mentor to help them do so.
And I'm going to go back down just a little bit, because, you know, because what I want to get to the fact that is that not only do we not know, and I'm trying not to say his name so much, but it's so comfortable with Devin, because you represent the people.
I know.
You represent the people, so there's no, when I say Devin, I'm representing the people. So I'm going to kind of make sure I pay this way a little bit more, because it's not just in the one area we're talking about. Because, so we've been in business now for 6 years, and we didn't know how ignorant we were. And you got to realize, people, if people have been doing business longer than you, if people have been doing nonprofit longer than you, you don't know. I promise right now. If you go from the Monday to Friday, 8 to 5, into the real world, and this is a big thing, you know, you'll get mad at work and get mad at the boss, and you'll say, you know, I could do it better than you. You don't know why the boss do what the boss do. You don't know why the CEO, and CEO, stop trying to explain yourself to people who will never get it. You know what I'm saying? If you're a CEO of the business, people never get it. But never forget, this is one I want to make sure I bring light of. So you don't know what you don't know when it comes to business. And we started paying people. And we first started paying people to do work. They'll work, and after they work, we'll pay them instantly. And we try to pay people, we try to treat people how we want to get paid, how we want to get treated. And don't realize the whole time, there's a reason why people pay people on jobs after putting 2 weeks in. There's a reason why. Right. But we come out with the mentality, I want to get paid now. So what we do, we pay people now. And when you go to a contract, and we think we know what we're doing, you go to a contract and you get ready to do a contract, and the person says, hey, we want you to get, we pay net 14. And you come back, I want my money now. You don't realize how ignorant you just looked.
Man.
You don't realize how, and then, well, I pay my people right now. Just because you said that, you still look even more ignorant.
Oh my God.
Ignorant.
That's what you said.
Ignorant. Because we don't know what we don't know. And so what I'm telling you is that if you navigate in this world, there are pods. And I know people, they're like, what are they talking about? Are we taking too long to get to the point?
I think we are. Just go and tell them.
So, put like this here, we one thing I talk about, in fact, we got a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? That's what we want to really talk about, the fact we got a lawyer. And I really want you to get to the lawyer piece, but I want you to understand, even beyond a lawyer, you need help beyond that. But man, let's talk about it. I guess we're going to name this podcast. I'm going to name this podcast right now. It may change. Okay. But we hired a lawyer.
The importance of hiring a lawyer. I think it feels so good to turn around and say, yeah, I don't want to talk to you, go talk to my lawyer.
Yeah.
It feels good to say that, but I'm learning. At first that was all cute, but now I'm like, after today, I'm like, dang, that's why we hired this lawyer, because literally having a lawyer on your team allows you to simple things. Oh God, can we say this on this podcast?
What's that?
Like we went through a
I'm gonna take the mic off. And
Look.
come back. What's what?
insurance company. Insurance.
Yeah, you told
Okay.
me. You just
So
say
we
name of the
found
company.
out through one of our vehicles, just sending the information from insurance over to the vehicle.
Oh man, that was funny. That was funny. No, we gotta talk about it.
Okay, because
I don't want to say the name.
Look, what they say allegedly.
No, it ain't allegedly. Allegedly is what somebody else said about something.
Okay, because I ain't trying to get. Look, I'm tired of getting sued.
If we
I
say,
don't want to get sued no more.
if we say their name, now is a problem. But the truth be told, once again, you don't know what you don't know, Devin. You want to hear this? Let's watch this, right? Want me to tell you? You want to tell it?
No, you tell it.
So, again, we got a lawyer. We're going to talk about a lot about this lawyer and how this lawyer to save this and why you need a lawyer. And we'll talk about that. Listen, just enjoy yourself. Just enjoy yourself. But anyways, this is a crazy situation that happened to us. We didn't have a lawyer before.
That's the lawyer?
This is the insurance company.
That's probably your right.
I swear before the Heavenly Father.
We got to take the call. Pause.
And so so you think people got your back. I got insurance, you know what I'm saying? You think I'm responsible. You know, we got a contract. I signed a contract. You are so lost when you think just because you signed a contract, you did the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We got a W-9. You know, we hired the person, and it's so much we don't know. So listen, I got to read the text message she sent me. Just follow back. Hold up. So the crazy thing is, man, listen, I never thought this happened a million years, but when you think just because you got insurance, you think just because you got these things, you're good. But Devin, this is so crazy. So we got insurance, and we got the insurance on our company trucks. And so our lawyer said, let me look at the declaration pages, let me look at the policy. I'm like, why do the lawyer want to look at this stuff? You know what I'm saying? And you got to pay off every document you look at. You know, and so she looked at the documents, and she come back and say, you got a problem. I say, what's that? She say that you got a company truck. Do you stay within 100 miles with that company truck? I say, no. I drive all over the place. She said, well, your insurance says that your trucks are covered only in a 100-mile radius.
What?
Only, listen, let me tell you a secret. Every person, as honest as you think they are, especially they've been doing this longer than you, they are ready to protect themselves. And it's your job to what?
Protect you. Yeah.
And we think we're protecting ourselves by signing a contract. So we call the insurance company and we say, hey, you know, my lawyer want to talk to you.
Baby.
Her whole tone changed.
Baby. Shoot.
Whole tone changed.
I said, what just happened?
And when she got on there and they asked her, and listen, I got a couple of insurance agents. You know which one you are.
Oh God!
It is not the one that. No, it's not everybody. And I can't even blame the insurance company because the agent I got, she shop us out.
Right.
And I don't know if she.
And we have an amazing agent. Please.
We have. I love my
say
agent.
that disclaimer.
Yeah, I love my agents. I love both of them.
Yeah.
And they hook me up. They take care of me, and you know, so many things you need. But anyways, they shop, and I believe the company who they shop put this in there, and it's my job to protect myself. And they was able to look at it and say, hey, we need to change this up because we travel across the nation.
Right.
With the company trucks.
Right.
So you just don't know what you don't know. And listen, there's so many different angles.
That was my first encounter as a business owner to see that how the heck we missed that or not even thinking to even look through the contract. First of all, you don't have the time.
No.
You don't have the patience and you don't understand the lingo, what is happening in this contract. And so that's a major reason that I saw the importance of having a lawyer on your team that is a part of your team. It is the best investment as a business owner, especially when you're a business owner. I believe when you start making more money, you need to, and some may say, okay, well, how much? I don't know. That depends on you and your business, on how you want to go about it. We at a point, yes, we have to because of the deals that we're doing. He can't stand it, Brother Devin. He looked up. I gave him 3 days. We going to pay this lawyer. He, we ain't paying. We gonna wait. I told Coach Brooks, I said, baby, he looked up and that bill was paid, sir. Yeah. That is no more. And I'm glad we did, because guess what? We ran into the things that we ran into the last couple of days.
We wouldn't know.
So it was necessary and it was needed.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at it, so at the end of the day, we pay for our lawyer, we pay for retainer. And the difference between retainer and not having a retainer, you can have a lawyer without retainer, but you got to get in line.
Yeah, we don't got time to get in line.
That means that when you call her, you got to make an appointment. And when you make an appointment, then she may get to you, and you may have a contract, you may have a deal, you may have a problem you got to wait on. Well, with her, we have on retainer. I texted her last night. She texted me back.
Right.
I sent her a document. Listen, I sent her a document last night. I said, I need you to reply to this thing. And I told her, then I sent the document to her last night. I said, I need you to send this here to look over this contract. And she looked over the contract and she says, do you want to reply? Do you want me to reply? I said, I'll reply. Then I came back and said, no, you go ahead and reply. Then this morning I changed my mind. Well, she'd already scheduled the email to go out. So it was already out before I could even send the email to her. But the key thing is that when you got on retainer, she's able to respond quickly, right now, on time. So let's talk about a few things that we've learned that we did not know that this lawyer has saved us from. Number one, the insurance was a huge one. There was many other ones, but
oh man, like hiring people.
I was just going to ask you about that because today. So let's talk about that. We finna hire somebody right now, and kind of talk about that process about hiring somebody and why the lawyer is different. Because right now we got people on our staff like we want to go just say, oh y'all, we're not gonna fire y'all. We're gonna unemploy y'all, and then turn around, come back in through the right way.
Yeah, come back through that. I know one of our employees. They was like, hey. I'm so glad I got hired before all this. But I would say it was very tedious. Like I spent my whole morning literally answering all her questions, everything that she needed to know about this person that we're hiring. I would say this to even to the point to where it makes you as a business owner. That's why people got to be careful, Brother Devin, out here what you put on Facebook, sugar. You got to be careful what you do out here in these streets, especially if you're looking for a job, right? Yeah. And so she literally, I'm talking about from the workforce to how much, when are you hiring, how much you're making, and she created the offer letter to the actual, that the time I did not have to do, that she was able to do that for me, but making sure that we're covered. Yeah. Making sure that you are, when you accept this offer letter from our company, that you're able to do it, which we don't have time to do.
Did you finish reading over the whole email?
No, I haven't.
Come on now.
I'm tried. I fell asleep. No, I'm just playing.
You probably not.
No, I'm not. I did. I fell asleep. But I will say this. I trust what she brought, but she also added some things that I need to add in the future for future employees, because I just believe we're going to hire more people. And so with that, this process has been tedious, but it has been important. And I think having a lawyer on your team, it allows that to happen. Even she goes through our policies and our procedures. She goes through, and can I shout out to our lawyer? Her name is Tonya. She has the most beautiful name in the world. Patterson. Her name is Tonya. No, her name is Tonya, man. She's absolutely amazing. Especially after today, brother, she ate a dude up so professionally. When I tell you, I ain't never saw a sister eat somebody up so professionally, but in a great way. So I just say, for me on that side, I never knew that she would be in our job descriptions, like going through, like scraping our job description, which I'm proud to say that after she talked to our team, she was like, man, for y'all to just start, y'all been doing pretty good. I've never seen y'all so together, but with so many pieces to the puzzle. And she was excited to even have all the pieces to the puzzle. So for me, when it comes down to that, it's the part that she helps us with when it comes to, I guess you can say, human resources to the job, onboarding for our job, all of that. So I think that part is, she's making us a company.
And the thing is, she, she's not from Texas.
No.
She's out of state. She's in Florida. And I applaud her because even though she's in Florida, Florida laws and Texas laws are different. And she makes sure that we're meeting Texas responsibilities.
Yes.
I think if you're just doing business and you're just doing business just with yourself and maybe you're just small business, I will still have some type of legal advisement, especially with signing contracts. But the moment you become a business where you're hiring employees and you're signing contracts and you're exposing, let's just talk about this, right? You're exposing, okay, she told us this. This is the one I'm gonna share with y'all, a free one. You got an LLC. And what everybody tell you about LLCs, Devin? What they do? Anybody tell you what an LLC do? Why people get LLCs?
Because it insures your company instead of you, so it doesn't put the blame on you.
It protects you, right? It protects you from lawsuit. Well, you know what? Hey, I got my LLC. It protected me from lawsuit. I'm good. If you sue my business, you can't sue me. And she told me, this is one of the simple things, and this is the thing, I think what happened is a lot of people start sharing this information, and they think, oh, if I can get these little nuggets like this from these little rooms, these little podcasts, these little, small business group, I don't need a lawyer because I'm learning everything I know. But once again, you don't know what you don't know. So she told us, she said that the moment, let's say for instance, you transfer money from your business, your LLC, to your personal business. And let's say you transfer money from your personal business to your LLC. You just did what you call co-mingled. Mm-hmm. And the moment you co-mingled, you build a bridge, not just for your money, but for that lawsuit. If they can show where you've been transferring money back and forth, now your personal money is your business money, and your business money is your personal money. Mm-hmm. So now that same track that you transferred money over, they can take the same track and go take your personal money now. Mm-hmm. Even though you're LLC. No one ever told us that. Right. I heard co-mingling as far as banking. Hey, if you co-mingle your funds, they don't want to give you money because you look irresponsible. I didn't look at co-mingling as far as, lawsuits and making sure you establish it right. Even to the point of staffing. It's a lot of stuff we didn't know. But today, what's the point of paying for a lawyer you're not going to use them?
Right.
Devin, if I give you a contract, are you going to read it? I'm the pastor, right? Mm-hmm. So you're gonna trust me. You're gonna trust me. I'm the pastor. Guess what you should trust me to do?
What?
Look after myself.
True.
You should trust me to protect myself. And the thing is, when we sign contracts, we expect that we know that person's protecting themselves.
Right. You don't think about it though. I know I don't.
No.
I've never thought about it.
No, you don't think about it. We don't think about it also. They not gonna spend money to protect you.
Right.
So I go through a contract, and this contract that I was finna start a job. Now this is the scary part. Business owners, I want you to tell me how crazy you think I am. We supposed to start a job that is I don't know digits. Digits are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 5.
It's a lot.
It's a 5-figure contract. It's a lot, right? And I supposed to start it today. I let my lawyer look at the contract.
Oh, Lord.
And my lawyer looked at the contract yesterday. She came back, and you ever went to school and you see the teacher, like they bleed all over your paper? She bled all over their contract to the point to where I'm probably take a chance of losing this contract.
Right. After today.
And so the guy called me this morning. He says, "Hey, this is ridiculous. I didn't know there was such thing as called redlining a contract. This is a legal term, redlining a contract. And the redline a contract, it means, so basically every contract you should redline. Mm-hmm. That you should, I didn't know this.
I didn't know it either.
What is redlining saying? When you get this contract, they're not going to include you in the contract. They're not going to think about you. If I come, I'm not going to think about you. I'm thinking about myself. And listen, there's nothing wrong with that. It's my job to think about me. It's my job to read your contract and say, you know what? I like that, but I want to add this. I like that, I want to add this. You know, what I wouldn't do, I wouldn't go in there and start taking away what they said.
Yeah.
Add to it. So when I read through the contract with the guy was like, he was very upset. He said, I need to talk to your lawyer. My lawyer got on the phone with him. And she started, because we're in a world where everybody's using AI now, I think they thought I was bluffing. I think they thought I was using AI.
Oh, that makes sense. I can see that.
And I think they're thinking that, well, I'm going to call Clyde all in his bluffing and let's get her on the phone.
Yeah.
Well, not only, watch this, Devin, I'm on retainer.
Right.
If I was paying as I go and say, hey, I'm only going to pay you when I need you. I don't have a retainer.
I couldn't have called her and say,
couldn't have got on the phone today.
No.
And if I can't get on the phone today, they're going to think he bluffing. Forget him. You know, and I would
Brother Devin, it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful to watch it all unfold. And that woman got on that phone.
Listen, they said at 11:45, can we get on the phone at 12? They not, what they thinking?
Yeah.
If you got a lawyer,
yeah.
First of all, your lawyer is going to be too busy to get on the phone in 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes.
Right.
Then secondly, it's noon.
Yeah.
If you can't get on the phone, she at lunch.
Right.
They don't know my lawyer in Florida. It's 11 o'clock where she at. So let's go.
No, it's 1 o'clock. They behind.
It's 1 o'clock where she at. Let's go. We're eating.
Yeah.
So they didn't know that's what's going on. Everything all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. They didn't know what's going on. So when I got on retainer. So she just so happened was available. Jumped on the call, and now they know I'm not bluffing. And now they like, dang, this girl knows what she's talking about. So now they're gonna use the scare tactic of, well, we just gonna use somebody else then. If we got to go through all this.
I was so proud, Brother Devin. I was so proud of my husband, Pastor Bishop, whatever you want to call him. Baby, that joker turned around and said, I totally understand. I said, look, I'm sitting over there saying, no, wait. Wait. But I understood because it did not go. This contract was not in our favor. And I love the fact that we had someone that could speak their language to where they said, okay, hold up. We got to go to a lawyer now. We have to figure this out. And I don't want to put too much out there because I know we don't know if we're going to work with these folks or not. And
you know, I'm not, put like this, I value the relationship. You know, and if they're watching the podcast, I hope we're learning together.
They'll never watch this. They don't got time.
I don't think you do.
Me either.
But I will say this here is that why would I be willing to back out? Because the statement was this contract is not enough for us to go out and pay our lawyer to make these revisions. Mm-hmm. And I told them, I said, you know, watch this here. First of all, we did a lot of business together last year.
A lot of business
with them last year. And I look to do more business in the future.
Right.
So I told him, look here. I don't look at this as just one contract. I look, this contract is a contract to be in the future. So if the contract will be in the future, I'm looking like, hey, we're doing our due diligence now to make sure we can do business long term. Mm-hmm. Long story short, whenever we got the call, I said, cool. He called me back and he was like, hey, well, let's figure something out, you know? My point is this whole thing is that contracts, if you don't want me to protect myself, I don't need to do business with you.
Right, period.
If your contract is written to favor you
mm-hmm.
and you mad because I got to favor me,
right,
that means either you was already intending on,
screwing me over.
I hate to say that.
No, I was saying it.
Let's use expecting to screw me, or you don't value me.
Right.
If you don't value me and I trust God, I gotta value myself.
And I think having that lawyer allows us to see our value because she sees our value because she done went through all of our everything. She done swept our whole business, so she knows the value of who we are. And so I say this. As a business owner, you got to know the value of your business. Yeah. And you got to know that your business is valuable enough to be able to hire someone on your team to be with you. And this is literally scripted for us because this is like fresh, like today. This week, all this week, just different things we've been moving in and we've been doing all week. Everything we've done this week, oh, baby, we had to have a lawyer to get it done for different things that we're doing.
This is one thing she told me too, Devin. I'm trying to give these little nuggets that's just translatable, right, real fast, right? Mm-hmm. We've been writing contracts with people, LLC, mm-hmm. and writing contracts for people. And at the bottom of the contract, I have the customer name, mm-hmm. and Devin, I have my name. So I signed Clyde Harden. Mm-hmm. They signed Devin Simon. When that contract is over with, they could sue me personally, even though I got LLC. Why? My lawyer said, stop signing in your name. Sign your name on behalf of Harden Enterprise. Never knew that.
Yeah.
I thought I was doing a contract. I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah.
But the fact that I signed in my name and not Harden Enterprise name, not on behalf of Harden Enterprise, I exposed myself.
Sure, let me go deeper then, because all these folks out here don't want to use your government name. Tonya, don't want to use it ever in life. But I found out too, Brother Devin, we're up here signing different assets that we're building, within our family and our business. So I'm signing Tonya. That ain't my government name. And she's like, who is Tonya? Because everything y'all got in your business is Shakithia. So
did you just tell the whole world?
I told the world my name. Brother David, did you know? Brother David didn't know. You knew? Okay. Shakithia, like, I don't care how ghetto your name is. You have to sign that ghetto name to that thing. And
or change your name.
You can change it, but it has to be your legal name. Yeah. So a lot of legal documents, I had to go back and re-sign my legal name. I could not sign under Tonya. I could not say, even now, starting a nonprofit, I had to put the nonprofit in my legal name. Yeah. I could not do that. So that's something that I didn't know. But until we got this lawyer, I didn't realize that. Yeah,
people treat you different.
Oh, yes, they do. Well, it's like driving, Brother Devin, it's like driving a BMW Mercedes. They treat you totally different because you got a lawyer now. They treat you like you got a Bentley.
I'm making a deal the other day. And I'm trying to be as discreet as I possibly can. I was doing the deal the other day, and this person was interacting with me over and over again.
Why I'm so nervous about this podcast?
It's a business deal I was making, and this person was dealing with me, and then they said how did they put it? They said something to the fact that because I knew to get a grace period before I made the decision, and she said, well, she snapped me some kind of way. I said, well, don't worry about it. I said, because that's why I got the grace period, to give my lawyer a chance to look over it. She said, what? I said, yeah. I said, I rushed the signature, but I'm not worried about it. I said, because the reason I rushed the signature because I got the grace period. I got the grace period so my lawyer can look over it, and she gonna let me know. And she said, oh, okay then.
What we're going to do is, I say, no, don't switch up now.
And then the next day, I said, okay, this is what my lawyer asked for. And I gave her a long list. She says, well, give us a few days because da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and all that da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I say, well, then. And so it just they know it. Watch this here. They know that they got to dot their I's and cross their T's. Yeah. And they knew that they could get away with stuff with someone who don't have legal counsel.
That part.
But now that you got legal counsel, and this is what my lawyer told me on this deal, and she said these words. Is it my lawyer or your lawyer?
I don't know.
I'm going to call him my lawyer.
It's Harden Enterprise lawyer. Harden Enterprise paying.
It's like Jesus. He's my God. and it's your God. So she's my lawyer, your lawyer. Yeah. But anyways, she said, listen, don't you do not one transaction throughout this process without copying me on everything.
Yeah. And she said, don't you, when we got the job, the Texas contract, don't you do another deal with another contract without me being a part of that and knowing what's going on so that I can look over it and make sure that you're covered, because you're stepping into a lane that is way bigger than you, and you're stepping into this government world and with major opportunities, and we don't need to look up and you lose your chance to ever work with the government again because you made a mistake.
Yeah. And it comes down all the way to the fact of we feel embarrassed to hold people accountable. Yeah. We feel bad if we asking, well, how much is that? How much that gonna cost? We think it make us look cheap. But when I look at the question that she make us ask, it don't make us look cheap. It don't make us look broke. It make us look responsible. And so all the questions that she told me to ask, I would ask those same questions. But if I ask those same questions before, I'm like, oh, I don't want to look like I don't know. I don't want to look like I'm not smart. I know I would let them just say all this stuff and everything, and I won't respond because I want to act like I've been here before. And I don't want to act like, oh, yes, no problem. Yeah, whatever you need.
No, that's prideful, man.
And because we thinking that us doing that is us looking like we're responsible. Don't realize the fact we don't know. It's making us look real dumb. And the more you act like you know, and you don't say I got a lawyer, you don't ask questions, they know they can play you like a funky piano.
That part today.
So now I said, hold up. I don't know. The woman asked me a question that she said, when she asked me, I said, oh, I didn't know that. And I ain't mind saying I didn't know that. And in me saying I didn't know that saved me $1,729.
Come on here, Jesus.
Because how she said it, it was manipulative. And the fact that I said, hold up, I didn't know that, let me ask, let me see, it was able to come back and save. So but my thing is that people don't know why, even some questions that she had us ask, we didn't know we should ask them. If we wouldn't have asked them, we would have took access to this thing we want, and we would have to deal with this stuff on the back end. And the fact that we asked, we was able now to save money on the front end because we didn't know.
Yeah. So I would say this, if anything, one of the reasons that we do this podcast is to make people aware, business owners aware, couples that are doing business together. You know, there's a couple of things that we've talked about in business, and we literally come to make you aware of the things that are there, because we wish somebody would have made us aware or told us the different things. And that's one of the reasons why we do Unscripted, because didn't know it was going to lead up to us telling you guys like the now things. I thought it was going to be the past things, but as we're learning, we want to be able to teach and train and equip people with information so that they could be able to grow in that business. So I would just say to that business owner out there, if you are doing, 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures, you need a lawyer, you need CPA, you need accounting, you need all of these people in your corner, because you don't want to look up and the IRS comes and shut you down. And if you are doing government contracting, you want to make sure as a business owner that you are doing things right, because I had a friend that they couldn't even do business after they messed up with a government contract until 7 years later. 7 years later, and could not do business, and they had been doing business forever. So I just say to that business owner, man, like, why are we doing this? Why are we talking about this? That's why. Because I'm sitting up here thinking to myself, why would we give people this kind of information for anyone to see that we'll probably never meet, never see in our life? And the only thing I can think of is that we want people to be aware, man. Be aware in business that you can't just be out here doing business like a hustling business. Especially when you get to a certain status, you gotta be willing to, if you're seeing, a lot of money, you want to make sure that you're doing things right so your business won't shut down. Do you know how many minority businesses that I've heard that got shut down? And I don't know what's to come for us. I look at different people that are celebrities that have to go bankrupt, and you know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. I believe that anyone that has started a business, and if you lose everything and it doesn't work, I believe you can start again. Because you've done it one time. Don't want to do that.
But I believe you can.
But I guess we're saying this because we don't want nobody. And I know I said earlier about I'm tired of being sued. We only probably been sued twice, right? But the first time, and they've been civil. What are they called?
They're called small claims courts.
Small claims courts, which it is what it is. And it's like, if you're not going through this or being sued, maybe when you move big in a big way like this, especially construction, you going through that. But the power of being safe is having that lawyer.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this here. If the first time you get a lawyer is when you're standing in front of the judge, it's too late.
It's too late.
And that's what most people do. They get a lawyer when they're getting sued. And truth be told, small claims court, you don't even need a lawyer.
No.
People, I'm gonna get my lawyer for small claims court. You literally almost wasting your time getting a lawyer for a small claims court. You really should get a lawyer like you get a doctor. No different if you're getting a doctor because you got cancer, and you just now going to the doctor because you got cancer. Kind of a little too late. That doctor's supposed to help you avoid getting cancer.
Right.
It's like if you're going to tooth and you got 5 teeth you got to pull, and that's the first time you've been to the dentist. Probably too late. If you went to the dentist, like, I know I need to go to the dentist more often. I hate going to the dentist. But if you go to the dentist more often, you go to the dentist, they'll prevent you from getting the cavities. If you get a lawyer and you start putting a lawyer in your business now, what you're going to do is that lawyer going to find all those possible problems, and then they're going to say, okay, you are less likely to go to court now. You're less likely to get sued.
Right.
You know, and number one, y'all, if you're doing business and you're hiring people, people are okay with you until they're not.
That part today. And
I don't care how friendly, and this is something we have to learn. We have to make some adjustments in our business because as we went on in business, because when people, my family tell you, Uncle CJ will fire you.
My daughters will tell you. Mom and Daddy will fire you.
Because, you know, my cousin, shout out to my cousin, I won't call her name on here, but I love her to death. We've had some transitions in business, and she used to work for us, now she don't, but we're still cool now. But she'll tell you that at the end of the day, she know I would fire her. Because I think I started off in the beginning being friendly. And that's what we do. In the beginning of business, we being friendly.
Especially when you have family.
And if you don't put some paperwork between y'all,
yeah, buddy,
you'll end up putting a space between y'all.
Look, your brother Devin, you know family will sue you too, right? Baby, they will sue you in a heartbeat.
They will.
And you got to protect yourself. You got to make sure you have paperwork. And you make sure, I say this, if you're being sued and you're doing everything you can to do something right, do it right.
Yeah.
Now, if you're being sued and you're doing wrong, now, you know, it's their word against yours, right? Yeah. That's not really doing nothing wrong because it's their word, your word. But you know you done everything that you were supposed to do. You want to make sure your integrity is intact. Yeah. You know, it goes back to character. It goes back to integrity, no matter what, because you're going to have people out here that want to do that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I don't care, family, cousin, sister, brother, whoever. Not them only kid, not them kids. I pray they never do that. But we make sure we try our best to cover ourselves. Yeah.
So I would say this here. I know we still got a lot of time, but I want to make sure I make a little bit of a divot. Because, you know, we talk about lawyers, but if you're watching this podcast, I'm hoping, especially if you're still here, because if you jump this podcast earlier, you probably say, they talking about something I don't care about. But if you're still here, that means that something we're saying is gathering your attention. Lawyer is almost like at the end of the spectrum of being a responsible business owner. I would say even, you know, if you are in business, beyond just getting a lawyer, you got to realize you can't do this by yourself, man. You need this whole world you're in, accountant. You need an accountant because accountants know about money that you don't know. And this is one area most people don't want to get involved in is the money, because if we open up our accounting books and we show people our books, we're embarrassed. We shouldn't be spending that. We shouldn't be spending this. But the truth be told,
get over that.
So lawyer, accountant, CPA, what else you think? Bookkeeper. These are people who will get paid to do what they do. If you are in business and you've been in business for, let's say, 20 years and you haven't grown, you're doing your own books. You're doing your own.
Using you using a CPA and the bookkeeper to be one person, and the CPA to be the accountant. That you got to split that stuff up.
Yeah. And if you're not expanding and growing, that's why your business is not growing.
Yeah.
You know,
or it's plateaued.
Yeah. Because you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
And you're afraid. A lot of times for Brooks, and if it wasn't for Ms. Patterson, it's some jobs I wouldn't have got this government contract.
No, not
because of fear. Mm-hmm. Now that I know I got a lawyer say you good, now I got a business developer saying you good, I'm like, okay, they've been here, they done this, so I'm gonna go out here. I still may be getting myself in some trouble, you know, because I don't know something, but at least I know I got more prepared than was before.
And then you're going after bigger opportunities. Even the one we went after today, even though we got second place.
Yeah, second place again.
Hey, that's okay. We're gonna try again.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. So I think going after the opportunities is the only way you can do that is because of the shoulders that you stand on. Yes, it's because of the lawyer that you have in your back pocket. Yeah. And I believe it makes it easier for us to do. And it's more, how can I say this? It's more, I would say I feel more safe.
Yeah.
I feel more safe knowing that we have people on our team, and you want that as a business owner.
Yeah.
You want to feel safe in your business to know somebody got your back.
Exactly.
That's the thing. That's the thing with today. I feel like somebody had our back.
Yeah.
Finally, thank you, Lord. Yeah. Like, even though we pay you to have our back, whatever, you got our back.
Yeah, yeah.
And she literally stood on that call against the guys, like, and they tried, but they couldn't because she knew her stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I loved about it.
And they tried to use the old intimidation tactic.
They couldn't do it to her.
No, they couldn't do it to me either.
No, not. Well, we know you. You ain't gonna.
Well, they didn't know me.
Oh, true.
They thought at the end of the day I was going to hear them and I would value, because they said it out their own mouth. They said that if that's the case, we just go find somebody else that'll do it.
Yeah, facts.
And you know what? If you mean to tell me you'd rather go get somebody out there who don't care about themselves, picture dating a girl who got standards, and her boyfriend say, you know what, you got too many standards. I go find somebody who ain't got all these standards. That means that you don't have standards for yourself.
Right.
That means you're not for me.
Right.
That's the same thing.
Period.
So you mean to tell me you'd rather date a contractor who don't care about themselves? That means I don't need to do business with you because I know who I am.
Right.
If I did that, why would I not tell my daughter to go out there with a guy who don't appreciate her?
Right.
So if you can't take another, like she told him, I won't even. She
don't do that.
I ain't gonna say what she said. She said something very, 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 very demeaning, but yet professional. And it was one of the ones you got slapped, and you know you got slapped.
Yes.
So I just say, at the end of the day, we want to be responsible. We want to be responsible business owners, and I guess we want to talk about the lawyer piece, and it's not the fact that for those who listen and say, oh, they just want to talk about they got a lawyer. No, we're talking about the benefits. If you watch this podcast and you're just talking about, oh, they want to say they got a lawyer, you're missing the whole point of this. We didn't know what we didn't know, and we don't know what we don't know.
And I feel stupid, but I'm glad to know that I don't gotta be. I'm learning. It's like another level of like all the stuff I did today. I'm literally learning what is needed for onboarding for an employee for our company that we hire again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you learning something totally new that you didn't know when you think, Lord, I thought I learned enough. But not enough, but it's just so much more to learn. That's just one part of and we just getting started.
Yeah.
Literally in this world, we're just getting started.
46 years old.
Just getting started. No, when Coach Brooks says, no, y'all up here playing, we just getting started.
Yeah.
We are just getting started. And the best is yet to come. So we gotta have people on our team.
Yeah. So that's all I got. I don't have a lot more on that, man. I think it was a good experience this week. And I wish I could talk about all the different things, and we'll be able to come back later and talk about all the different things that we've been doing, that God has been basically saying, hey, you see now why I got you to get a lawyer, type of deal. And it had nothing to do with suing nobody. Had nothing to do about being sued. It was about making sure that we protected generations down the road. We're going to have to get a trust one day. Need a lawyer. We've inherited some property. Gotta get a lawyer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We fighting the cities and everything. What's wrong?
My nerves. Like, it's a lot.
And I don't like paying her. I'm not going to lie to you. This is like paying for insurance on a car you don't drive. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you don't drive the car. But when
you need it, you need it.
If you don't drive the car, what you want to do with the insurance? You want to cancel that policy. But like I said, when we do need it, we do need it. So that's all I got. You got anything else you want to share?
No, man. Just encourage every business owner that watch this. If you're watching this, man, get you someone on your team. If you're not there yet, don't do a retainer. Just do somebody every now and then.
I thought about it. Somebody said, I got a cousin who know a lawyer.
No, you stupid.
Don't get a cousin know a lawyer who, and this is what we do. We'll say, hey, call your cousin and ask your cousin, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. If they giving free advice, they ain't a good lawyer.
They ain't gonna give no free advice. Yeah, you gonna have to pay.
No. And some people say, they probably call me and say, hey, Bishop, hey, I know you got a lawyer. Can you ask?
No. I'm gonna tell you now.
That's an expensive ask.
We gotta wait on that ask for ourselves.
Man.
But I pray somebody get this, man. I pray it helps. I know I don't know. That's it. That's all I got.
That's all I got. Well, God bless y'all out there. Do responsible business. Don't just value you. That's what I'm ending with. Value you.
Value.
If you're trying to figure out, should I'm asking you a question. Are you worth it? Are you worth protecting? Is your children wealth worth protecting?
Something to think about.
Is the thing you're trying to build worth protecting? Mm-hmm. If it ain't worth protecting, don't. If you don't even care about it, you can lose today, and the money you can throw away, don't. But if it's worth protecting, right now, I'll never forget my baby girl. I'll never forget we wouldn't get insurance, on the car. And, hey, you know what? It's just too expensive. You got your driver license. My oldest girl, you got your driver license. you know what, forget it. You know, we're going to take a chance of you driving and losing it because I didn't value the car, you know. And then I started realizing.
And that girl had a wreck in my car.
But I didn't realize it. I got to not just value the car, I got to value my child too.
Right.
And you know what, if it's worth protecting, let's go ahead and get insurance on it.
Yeah.
If it's worth protecting.
Well, thank God they got hit from, it wasn't right, but they got hit from the back. So it wasn't as bad, but still. Yep. It was just a point that, dang, this girl didn't have no insurance. What if this would have went another way?
Yep.
You know?
You've been paying a car note on a car you can't even drive.
Can't even drive at all.
Yeah, so let's make sure that you didn't build it and somebody else come in and just take it. And then because you didn't get protected. So, well, God bless y'all out there in the social media world. Listen, I wish every discussion we can have is a sexy discussion. Spending money is not sexy. Some of the discussion we're going to have is just going to be a responsible discussion. So here at Harden Enterprise, here at Unscripted with Clyde and Tonya, we're going to have the sexy and unsexy conversations. But hoping at the end of the day, you put them together and make a great business, make great moves, and continue growing. All right. We always say in the den,
happy hunting.
Let's eat.
Stay blessed.